web-based application, web-based application, desktop-based applications, and all others. And this is all about me. So currently, I have worked with different organizations, including Accenture and Tech Mahindra. Okay. So I think we can move ahead with RPA. So we are starting now. Okay. First of all, please. I would like to let you know about basic thing about what is RPA. So I just wanted to know, anyone have any idea about RPA? What is RPA?
So yeah, hi all. This is Salman. I just started my career with RPA soon after my college. So I have around 1.5 years of experience in RPA. So with respect to Automation Anywhere tool. So yeah, RPA stands for Robotic Automation Process. So guys, are you able to hear me?
Okay. Yes, we are able to hear you, but little disturbance.
Yeah, so RPA stands for Robotic Automation Process, which means the processes that are done manually by humans that can be automated to ease the problems and to reduce the problems that the errors that may occur when a human is doing the process. So that processes can be handled by some robots, and that we called as bots. So we build bots to automate the process. So which makes the work easier and which makes the work faster, and also we can avoid the errors or problems that a user may attempt to do.
Okay, fine, great. Anyone? Okay, I'll let you know. Basically, as Salman has suggested us, robotic process or RPA is robotic process automations. Robotic process automations basically refers to a robot rather than a human beings. So all those tasks which are repetitive in nature can be automated by using this technology RPA. And in this, we are not changing the business process. The business process will be as it is, but we are just replacing the human being with the help of our robots. So for this, we have to build the logic using different tools. So basically, we can tell that RPA is a technology. Just me, what are the different tools available in RPA?
Yeah, as far as I know, so it's one is Automation Anywhere, the second is the UiPath, third one we can say Blue Prism, okay. Fourth one a new trending which has come into market is Power Automation. So I have a knowledge of four tools that are available in the market.
Okay, you have this much of Apart from this, any other tool? Anyone of you knows? Okay, Salman has suggested that under RPA we have 4 tools he knows, which is Automation Anywhere, UiPath, Blue Prism, Power Automation. Apart from this, we have different tools also, like we have CoFix, we have Work Fusion, and we have OpenSpam, as well as SAP has now introduced its own tool, which is called SAP RPA Automation. Apart from this, we have different tools, like we have NICE also. So in market, we have different tools for RPA, like we have Automation Anywhere, we have UiPath, we have Blue Prism, we have Power Automate, we have CoFix, we have Work Fusion, we have OpenSpam, SAP RPA Automation. So over here, we are going to learn UiPath. So any one of you has any knowledge about UiPath? Arif bhai, what is this UiPath? Salman, any idea about
UiPath? I have done a basic certification on UiPath as well. Okay. So as my company, they have clients in Automation Anywhere, I didn't get a chance to work on a real-time project on UiPath. Okay. But yeah, I have a basic knowledge on UiPath.
Okay. What are the what are those knowledge? Can you share with us?
The certification what the UiPath provides. No, I mean it was 1 year back when I had done the certification. So I gone through all the Excel, Excel as database and Excel commands and the recorders that are available in UiPath. I mean, I'm able to recall only those actions. It was
You are
very
advanced
1 year.
level certified or beginner certified only? Okay.
No, the basic certification I had done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Level first certification.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Okay, so I'll tell you what is UiPath. I think UiPath is most popular RPO tools, and all those tasks which are repetitive in nature can be automated by using UiPath. We can automate different applications, either it is web-based application, browser-based applications, Salesforce applications, SAP applications, email, Excel, all these things can be automated by using the UiPath. So basically, UiPath has drag and drop functionality. It has in number of activity present in it. We have more than 500 activities present in the UiPath in order to automate the process. Like it has certain components when we will talk about the UiPath automations. So the different component of the UiPath is the first. It has three components. The first one is the UiPath Studio. UiPath Studio is the first component, and after that it has UiPath Robot, or simply we can tell it the robot only, robot or bot, and it has orchestrator. So anyone have any idea about what is this UiPath Studio, UiPath Robot, and UiPath Orchestrator? Any basic idea? If you have, you can share it with me. Basically, as I told you that UiPath is a tools of RPA. By using these tools, we are going to automate the business process. Let's suppose the business requirement is that it has to trigger automates, or it has to automate any web applications or any other application, Salesforce application, SAP application. So for this purpose, we are using UiPath. So it has certain component with it, like it has UiPath Studio, it has UiPath Robot, and it has UiPath Orchestrator. So I would just like to know, anyone have any basic idea about this component? What is this Studio? What is this Robot? What is this Orchestrator? Any one of you?
Yeah, UiPath Studio is a panel which where a user can drop and drag all the activities that he would like to perform. Okay. And Orchestrator, I think it's a recording option that UiPath tool provides to capture any applications or actions.
Okay, little bit. I'm agree with the UiPath Studio. Basically, UiPath Studio is the workspace where we will develop our process based upon the requirement which we will get from our client. Okay, and once we are done with the development, so it is the responsibility of the robot to execute the process. So we can tell that UiPath robot is the executing agent. And orchestrator is the thing where once we are done with the process, so we can schedule the process, we can monitor the process, if we have to manage the process. So all these tasks can be done by the orchestrator. So basically, orchestrator is the central component, or we can tell that it will control our process. So if we have to develop the process, we will go with the UiPath Studio. So it is the developing panel, we can tell you. And in order to run the process, if we have to execute our process, then we will go with the executing process. So first we are done with the process development, then we will come to the UiPath robot. And after that, after the execution, let's suppose we have to schedule the process, we have to deploy the process, we have to monitor our process, and we have to manage the logs. But there are n number of things related to the robot. All this controlling panel can be done with the UiPath orchestrator. So first I'll show you what is the UiPath Studio. Okay, so let's go. So is this my screen is visible to everyone? We are on UiPath Studio.
Yeah, we are able to see a screen.
So in order to develop the process, so this is the area where we will develop our process. So it has drag and drop functionality. It has n number of activity. We have more than 500 inbuilt activities given over here. Okay, so by using this particular thing, we can develop our process. Simply, let's suppose we have to launch any browser. So what basically we can do over here, we don't have to write any code. This is a kind of code free. If Okay, what do you think? If you does not know anything in coding, so can you learn UiPath or not, or any other technology? What do you think? So Salman, what is your opinion about automation anywhere? Let's suppose I don't know any coding and I have to learn automation anywhere. So can I learn this automation anywhere technology or not?
I can say, you should have a little basic knowledge on in coding when it comes to coding, but you need not to have a syntactical knowledge, the strict rules when it comes to any language, like if, for example, if you go with the Java, so they follow a strict the syntax. So that is where this drop and drag actions, when we use, we no need to like bother on the syntactical errors that we get. But yeah, logic wise, yeah, we should have a knowledge on coding.
Okay, fine.
Basic is fine. Yeah, basic knowledge.
Basically is that if in case of UiPath or I have gone through the Blue Prism also, if you even don't know the coding, then also you can learn the UiPath. So if you know coding, then it's a very better for us. So for the long run in IT, so that we can develop our own logic. In order to create the logic, we should know the programming language. And even if we don't know the programming language, so basic understanding we should know. So let's suppose if something is there, like how we can apply the while loop, if else, and other thing is there. So basic idea we should have. Even if we don't have the basic idea of the coding, then also we can learn the UiPath. Okay, so this is the UiPath studio where we have to develop the process. Let's suppose we have to launch any browser, so we need not write a code in order to launch the process. Simply we can do one thing. We can just a minute. Okay, we will drag the particular activity from this panel to over here. Let's suppose we will check how many activity related to browser over here. So what basically we need to do, we have to type over here browser. So all these activities related to browser we will find over here, like attach browser is there, close tab is there. If we have to move to the back button or forward button, or if we want to move to the home button, or we want to refresh the browser, then everything we have. So need not to write any code over here. We have to just drag this tool from drag this activity to this panel, and here we have to just pass the URL. Let's suppose we want to launch www.google.com. So what basically we will do over here, we will write over here, we will pass argument over here like that, like this one. Once we will pass this argument, then it will launch a website which is called www.google.com. After that, if we have to maximize, if in case it will open in the minimize window, then if we have to maximize this, then over here we will take one more activity from activity panel. This is maximize window. Once we will write over here maximize window, and we did not need to do anything. We have to just drag this activity to this panel. Okay, so what it will do over here, it will first launch the Google website, means www.google.com. Okay, I'll show you how it works.
सुबह लिख रहा है हरीश जी आप अपनी टीम पे स्ट्रिक्ट हो आपकी टीम स्ट्रिक्ट हो हाँ मैं तो हो गया मैं हरीश को बोला मैंने कही अरे आज परसों भी सेट है कल मुझे पता चला भाई साहब ऑफिस में भी क्या है
Just
दूसरा भंडार सामने देख तो ले कौन है ये तो अभी कुछ नहीं समझ रहा अपने आगे
okay, we have to means pass the browser type, from which browser type we have to launch this website. So we have over here Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Edge, and custom. If you want any other website, so as of now I am using over here Edge website. Okay, and we will check over here, okay, whether it is launching this particular website or not. Let's check.
इतनी खुद की इतनी प्रॉब्लम है इनकी कि लीड क्या आएंगे हमारे पास खुद ही पूरा दिन लड़ने में लगे रहते हैं
Okay, it's done. So this particular website has been opened by using the particular argument which we have passed under UiPath Studio. If in case we have to type something over here, let's suppose we want to type anything over here. So what basically we can do, we will go for some different activities from the panel. So in order to type anything in the website, we can use an activity which is called type into activity. Okay. So what basically we need to do over here, we will just drag this thing, okay, over here. Okay, need not to do anything. We have to just drag this thing over here, and after that we have to indicate inside the browser in which browser we have to type something. Okay, so we will go to the Chrome Edge browser and in the Google browser, and here if we have to type anything, we will indicate over here. So once we will indicate what are the things we have to type, we have to write over here. Let's suppose I just wanted to type my name is. Okay, so we will see whether it is just passing this particular argument after launching the Google website or not. So let's check. Okay, so some makes it is not typing properly because we have to just control the property also, like we have to just pass over here simulate type. Okay, so once we will pass over here simulate type, then it will just type the argument which we have passed correctly, like my name is Hamid or whatever it is the thing we have passed over here. It will pass all this thing. So basically this is the UiPath Studio. So it has different activities. Like if we have to automate email, then what we will do over it, we will write email. So all those activities related to email we can check over here. Okay, similarly if we want to automate with the PDF, so basically we will see whether a particular activity related to PDF is present over here or not. So let's see. Okay, so once we have type over here PDF, so we are not able to see any activity. So in this case what we will do over here, so we have managed package over here. So what basically we will do over here,
देख कौन है सब देख कौन है.
so here from here this is the library. Managed package is the library from where we can import the different package. Let's suppose we have type over here PDF. So PDF activity we were not able to see, so we can just import the PDF activities from the managed package panel. So similarly we have n number of activities present over here we have to just use the drag and drop functionality in order to develop our logic. Okay, so this is the UiPath Studio, and after that once we are done with the development, we have the UiPath robot. So UiPath robot will execute the process once we are done with the process, and in order to schedule and all these things we will use the UiPath orchestrator. So any one of you can let me know what are the advantages of the UiPath or what are the advantages of the RPA. Why we are using this RPA technology? You will find a lot of. Hello, any one of you, any idea about?
The main thing is the processing time will be reduced.
Okay, you are telling that it will reduce the time. Okay, it means time saving.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Okay, any other thing?
Yeah, it can minimize the errors what a human can.
Okay, error free. You mean to say that error free, if anything. Okay, error free. Any other thing?
There will be some cost saving also.
Okay,
if we automate the process.
Cost saving. And any other thing? Means why we are using this RPA technology. You will come to know nowadays everyone is adopting RPA technology. So why we are using this technology? Time saving is there. Okay, if we will implement RPA in our daily business process, it will reduce the time. Okay, it is error free. Let's suppose if we are performing anything so by a human, then what will happen? There is a chances that we can commit error. But in case anything which is done by the robot, so robot is like that, it is not going to take its own decision. What are the things that we have fed inside the robot? It will perform only that thing only. So there is no chance that it will it will do any error. So after that, cost saving is there again. And apart from this, any other idea anyone have?
Better accuracy.
Okay, better accuracy. Fine. Highly accurate. Okay. Okay, it is better accuracy and 24/7 availability. So if a human will work, they can tire. Okay, they need holiday. They want Saturday and Sunday as an holiday. But in case of the robot, if we are using robot, it can work 24/7. Okay, they will not tire. They will available into 24/7. Okay, and the availability will be 24/7. If they will available 24/7, then what will happen?
Efficiency will be more.
Efficiency will be more, productivity will be also more. It will be more productive. And
Coding is not required.
yeah, that is not an advantage. Coding is not required. Okay. Return on investment, ROI, highly ROI. Anyone have any idea about this? How it is?
I think it is related to again cost saving.
Yeah, first thing. Let's suppose I have done a process in Tech Mahindra. Okay, so there was a team. So for that, we have basically, if we are implementing RPA, so basically what is the thing? We are integrating the process. Means we are integrating different applications together. So for that process, what I did, I have integrated web-based application, okay, and then Excel application together, and then Oracle-based application and email application. So for this process, so I think there were 14 people involved for this particular process. So once I have deployed, once we have done with the process, this 14 process is being replaced by, can you tell me, once we are done with the process, so how many people will require once we are done with the process? So for this process, the 14 people were required means 8 hours daily. 8 hours Monday to Friday. Monday to Friday. Okay, once I have deployed the process, so these 14 people is being replaced by only 1 people. So the board has replaced 13 people. Okay, and that too, even we don't need 1 people also, but in order to monitoring, we are required the only 1 people, and these 8 hours. Okay, so the people were doing all this activity 8 hours daily from Monday to Friday. But once we have implemented this board, so we were just running this process Thursday 4 times only, in order to generate the offer letters and all these things. So you can imagine how effective is the board. Okay. And after this, can you let me where we can implement RPA? In which sector we can implement the RPA?
Where the tasks are repetitive.
Okay, where the task is repetitive, we can so any suggestions you have, how you will check whether the task is repetitive or not?
Yeah, so sending emails, like say a bank, let's say a bank like Canara Bank, so it has to send a birthday wishes to its clients. So if we automate this, like a person, instead of a person going checking like whose birthday is today, so if you automate the process, the bot will be sending
Okay, yeah,
birthday wishes.
basically, okay, birthday wishes. Basically, in order to automate this kind of the process, what basically we ask from the client, we will just take the list of all the employee birthday, what is their birthday. After that, we are going to automate the process. The day in which the particular person birthday will fall, it will automatically trigger the alert to do that to the process. Okay, so like this we can do. And apart from this, any other example anyone have?
Data entry kind of jobs.
Which kind of? Come again.
Data entry.
Data entry. Okay, data entry. Data entry.
In reconciliation processes.
Reconciliation. Okay, and
Telecommunication.
telecommunication. Telecommunication. Can you give me example how we can? In scenario so we are closing the ticket in telecom sector. Let's suppose some SLA has been raised. So what board will do? Board will just do the follow up by its own, and it will check. It will automatically trigger the mail. Okay, once and it will take the follow up. Once it will get get revert from the client or anyone. Okay, then it will just close the tickets and all these things. So like this we can implement RPA in telecom sector also. Okay, I'll show where we can implement the RPA. Just a minute. Okay, this is the idea. We can implement RP under banking and financial service. In manufacturing also we can implement. In insurance, let's suppose we have to insurance. Anyone have any idea how we can implement RP under insurance sector? Insurance, legal, finance, SAP, AIML, AWS, or any other, how we can?
So in insurance, say we can create alerts or notification for a client or for a member who has opted for any membership. So if he has not paid the amount on time or something, so like we can intimate the user saying to
Okay,
pay.
got it. Let's suppose you are going for. Okay, I'll let you know by. Let's suppose you are going for the loan process. Okay, so you just want a loan from any company. So what are the basic things you will do in order to initialize the loan process? You will fill the form. Okay.
Yeah.
First you will fill the form, then it will just reflect on my portal. Okay, so what basically board will do, the client will tell us, they will just set up their condition. In order to process your loan, first board will check whether your salary is greater than 50,000 or not, or if any existing loan is, if any you are running with any existing loan or not. If I will check this particular condition, if these two things will be matched. In case your salary is not greater than 50,000 or 40,000, okay, so what will happen? Board will just trigger a mail to you that sorry, you are not eligible for loan because this is the condition. In case you are eligible for the loan, what basically board will do? Board will just fill all your details to the different portal, and after that it will just triggered an alert. Okay, and like this it will just move ahead. And what are the procedure? It can move to the next phase and it can complete. So the basic thing is that what are the human being which is included in order to approve all this loan. So it is being done by the robot. So in banking industry, in manufacturing industry, in insurance industry, in sales and marketing, in SAP, in AIML, these are the area where we can implement RPA. Or in supply chain, order management, inventory, invoice processing is there. So anyone have any idea how we can automate the invoice?
Yeah, so
by using RPA?
yeah, so like say we have I mean the client is having some ERP system, so invoice processing is nothing but what is the input product that the company is like getting from its vendors, and so what is the amount of product that it is selling to the other client. So basically it's nothing but the maintaining the input, I mean the coming input and the sales, something like that. So ERP, I mean, in invoice processing, ERP comes into the picture. So most of the ERP systems can be automated.
Okay, I'll give you a simple example. Okay, for invoice processing, you have a credit card. Okay, everyone is using credit card. You are getting the invoice for the credit card. What are the bill dues and all this thing. Okay, so at the back end, what basically is there? So before sending the invoice to you, so they will just update your name, your balance due, and different details in their database. So in order to do this, so they were using manual, means human being was doing this. So let's suppose in 8 hours, how much invoice you can, means how much invoice you can automate, means sorry, how much data you can extract from invoice if you are working manually. Let's suppose what I will do, I will give you 100 of the data, 100 of the invoice of credit card, and I will tell that you have to just write the detail from the invoice. Let's suppose you have to write the email ID, you have to write the branch code, you have to write the branch name, you have to write your name, you have to write the minimum payment dues, the full amount which you have to pay into the Excel, and after that you have to just upload this thing, just update all this thing into the database. So what do you think? In 8 hours, how much invoice you can update into the database?
We can say that a person can, make one data entry in 2 or 3 minutes.
One data in 2 and 3 minutes. So
2 or
in
3
8 hours,
minutes.
in 8 hours maximum 50 we can do.
Yeah,
In
some like max 100. Yeah, he can do it.
Max 100. Okay, so max 100 we can do. I think 100 is not possible. 100 means 300. Okay, let's suppose 100 we can do. Let's suppose bank have 1,000 of the invoice daily they have to process. So how much resources they need?
They would require 10 resources.
10 resources. But if we are using the robots for this, we can process 10,000 invoice within an hour or within 30 minutes. 10,000. And what bot will do? Bot will just extract 20 to 25 or whatever the details. It will just extract from our invoice and it will write into the Excel sheet, and after that it will update into the database. And the good part is that if human will do all these things manually, they can create the error. But if robot will do, it will not create any error. Okay, this is one example. And the second example is that we have the Aadhaar card. So we have to do Aadhaar card verification and all these things. So let's suppose we have 1,000 Aadhaar card and we have to verify this Aadhaar card. We have to send the OTP and all these things. And if we will involve the human beings, so it will take so much time. So what basically the bot will do, we are just going to replace the human being with the help of robots. A robot can just complete all this process within few hours only. So like this, we can do the invoice processing, bill updating, and all these things over here. For loan process also, we can do all these things. In order to let's suppose we have a PDF. This is an scanned PDF, okay, and it is unstructured PDF. Where let's suppose we have 1,000 page, and from this 1,000 page we have to just extract the username, his email ID, his phone number, and different detail is there. So what do you think? How much time it will take if we are going to do it manually? Anyone have any idea? Arif bhai? Let's suppose we have the text file with us, and it has email ID, it has phone number, it has your name, and it has some keyword. Okay, and we have a 1,000-pager text file. And what basically we need to do, we have to extract the email ID, URL, phone numbers, and all different details, and we have to update into Excel sheet. So how much time you will take?
Almost 1 day we will take.
We will take more than 1 day.
One day for 1,000 pages. And even though sometimes the thing is that it is not structured. The email ID is written sometime at the top, sometime at the bottom, sometime in the middle. Up, you can understand in a
unstructured.
It is unstructured, and from this unstructured detail we have to just sometimes, let's suppose this is the document only, okay, and the thing is that we have to just find this some number like PDF and OCR technology is there. Sometimes this is written over here, sometimes this is written over here, sometimes this is written at the top, at the bottom corner, and there are 20 to 50 details which you have to extract from each page along with some detail also. So how much time you will take? So I think it is very difficult in order to search. But if we are going to
Hamid, we completely lost you. I'm not able to hear you.
hello, am I audible?
Yeah, now you're audible. Like,
Okay.
for 30 seconds you were on.
Okay, so
Kind of.
what I was telling that, let's suppose we have a pager document in which we have to just extract 4 details only. We have URL, we have email ID, we have date, and we have some particular text. And we have 1000 document that too unstructured, and we have to extract all this detail, and we have to write into a Word in a Word format or in an Excel format. So if we are going to process all these things by using the human beings, so it will take a lot of time, and that too it can commit a lot of error. Let's suppose the human has read some different data and they have typed by mistake some different things, whether it can be their mistakes or whether it can be a technical mistake. But in case of if we are going to implement the robotic process automation over here, then we can update all these things within a few minutes only. So like this, we can, let's suppose I have done one process for PepsiCo. So PepsiCo at 9 o'clock, they used to send us the invoice. Means they used to send the 1000 or 1500 documents, 1000 or their 1500 invoice per day, and we have to extract 15 to 16 15 to 16 field, and we have to write into the Excel sheet. And after that, we have to check the duplicacy also, in case if they will share the some duplicate invoice and all these things. So we will shortlist and all these things, and after that we have to update into the database. So basically what we have done, so at 9 o'clock we used to run the process, and by 1 o'clock by 1 hour it will just extract all the details and it will just upload into the database. So this is the efficiency of the RPA. Okay, like that we can move to the next, hiring and automation. Okay, we can automate the web applications, we can automate the Excel application, we can automate the email application, database activities, and all these things. So any one of you have can let me know how we can automate email application over here by using RPA.
Yeah, so we have a concept of mail merging.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, with the help of mail merging, we can do the email automation, or we can use the like activities that are present, like connect, send.
Yeah, we have different activities, so that we can do. But what will be the scenario? Let's suppose we have an email ID, and in that email ID, the mail is being bombarding continuously, okay, by the client. And what board will do? Board will just read the mail from the client, and it will auto trigger the mail based upon the subject. For that only we need to do the coding. If this particular subject will be there, if it will go and it will just attach the attachment, or it will read the attachment, and based upon the attachment it will take the decision and it will just reply on that particular email. Okay, let's suppose in a day we are getting 250 mail every day from a particular client. Let's suppose if I tell you that within 8 hours you have to revert each 250 mail. So whether it will be possible to you, will you be able to do all this thing? Obviously not, you cannot. But if you are going to implement RPA, the moment it will find that mail will be there, so it will go, it will check the unread mail is there, it will go and it will see the subject, and after the subject we are going to pass the keyword, and we are going to pass the keyword and our condition. Based upon the condition, it will just add the attachment and the subject, and it will just pass it to the client. It can revert like this. So similarly, in order to database activity, anyone have any idea how we can do the database.
Brother Amit, I'm audible myself, Rajaz. I just want to ask a thing. There is a one in the networking security, there is a one concept called as the denial of service,
Okay.
DOS attack. DOS attack. So my question is, do the DOS attack also happen via the RPA? Because continuously the mails will be unlimitedly will be bombarded to the client. So my question is this: DOS attack also happen by the RPA? Is it?
Look, for that we have to check the process. In order to automate the process, first we need to learn into the what are the different life cycle of the RPA. So without looking into your process, even I am not able to tell you that whether it can be automated or not. But from my experience, I can let you know that there is a 90% chances that your process can be automated. But this is too early to tell that this kind of the process can be automated. For this, we have to go through the life cycle of the RPA. So we will first check the process, whether the process can be automated or not. So we will first, in RPA, we will first check the process. We will understand the process business, what is the business requirement. And after that, we will say that the particular process can be automated or not. I think someone has, in every scenario, we have some life cycle. So for RPA, what are the life cycle? Anyone have any idea what are different life cycle present in RPA? The first one is the discovery phase. I am just trying to answer your question only. So first of all, what we'll do, you are my client. First of all, I will check whether your process can be automated or not. If the process can be automated, how much percentage of the automation I can provide it, whether your process can be automated 100%, 90%, 70%, or your process is non-repeatable. It cannot be automated. And after that, here only we are going to check whether what are the challenges we are going to face in order to automate the process. Or here we can suggest you some of the changes. If you are ready to do some of the changes, we are going to we can perform automation for you. And after that, once we have checked the feasibility, we check the feasibility that your process can be automated. Then we will move to our solution design. So anyone have any idea what is this solution design? So this is very common.
It is their business flow.
Okay.
We call it as SDD. So
EDD, SDD, SDD, and a lot of things is there. Basically, solution design is there. We will propose what are the things we have done with the meeting with our client. So we will just create the roadmap for all these things, and after that we will draft into the docs and we will share it to the client for the approval. Okay, and here in this phase once we will get the approval from our client whether the process is this their requirement or not. Then after we will move to the next stage. What is the next stage after the solution design? Let's suppose we have gone through the process and we have just proposed that the process is feasible for the automation. We can automate the process, and after that I have just drafted the document and share it to the client, and I have got the approval that okay, you can go ahead, you can start the development. So after that, what will be the next phase?
Development stage.
Okay, it will be the development stage. Okay, so for the development stage, we will develop the process. Okay, by using that particular tools, whether we are using the UiPath automation anywhere and whatever the tools we are using. And after the development, what we will do? Let's suppose I am done with the development.
It will take approval from the business manager.
there will be a UAT phase.
Okay. There will be a UAT, user acceptance test. So as a developer, what I will do, I will test it from my side, and after that, it will go into the UAT. So what basically what will be happening to the UAT?
So UAT phase, the client will be giving us the input data on which will be running the process, and he'll be cross-checking the results.
Okay.
So
in the UAT phase, what basically we will do over here in testing, And in the testing, we will try to find out, we will try to give our 100% best in order to get the error. Okay, once we are done, once we find that our process is error free, then we will move from the UAT to the next step, which will be our, what will be the
hypercare, we can say.
Hypercare or deployment.
Deployment.
Okay, so we are ready for the deployment. So it's depend in the RPA whether we want to run the process our own, okay, or we can deploy the process. We can deploy the process to the client system. So once we are done with the deployment, then what will be happen? Let's suppose I have deployed the process.
Yeah,
and
it will be live then.
Okay, go live. Obviously, deployment is done, then we are on live. And after that,
Again, they'll test the working of the application.
yeah, it's already tested in UAT. Then only we have deployed the process.
No, after going live, is there any problem or it is working fine?
That we are going to means there are 60 days, 70 days based upon the organization. We used to monitor the process. In case if any error will come, the developer will work on that and it will
support would be report. Support
we will give. That is the another part.
No, I mean in live, like if the process needs some support.
Yeah, we will monitor the process whether it is working or not. If it's need any enhancement or not, we can if we found that some enhancement can be done, we can suggest all this thing to our client. So we have deployed the process. So after deployment, what we can do?
I think it's done after live.
मैंने deploy कर दिया, इसके बाद नहीं, deploy तो हो गया, अब करना क्या है इसके बाद?
Live के बाद I think it's nothing after that.
Yeah, we have to schedule the process now.
Scheduling, okay.
When the process should run. The last part is that we have to schedule the process at what time this process should be triggered, at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and how much time it should be triggered. So these are the different life cycle present over here. So we'll start from the discovery phase, and after that we move to the solution design, and after that we'll move to the development, then we will do UAT, then we will deploy the process, and here only we will support the process, and then we will schedule the process. Okay, based upon the business requirement, we can schedule the process. If they want to run 3 times in a day at an interval of 3 hours, then also at this moment we can deploy the process. So here we will work with the orchestrator. So in this phase, we will need the orchestrator in order to schedule the process. Okay, so any one of you can let me know how means basically how we will means complete the process from the business client. Any rough idea anyone have?
Yeah.
The time required for the development you're asking, Hamid?
Yeah, time requirement and development, that we will just we will let them know on solution design how much developer we need, what is the time limit, everything we will do.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm not able to get your question. Can you please?
Okay, just a minute. Just a minute.
Hamid, can you rephrase the question because we didn't understand your question?
Okay, just a minute. I'll just open one file. Okay, let me open one file first. Okay. This is RP workflow, or basically we will develop the process end to end. Okay, let's suppose we are the RPA team. First of all, we will schedule a meeting with the business team. Okay, and after that we will discuss on the automation feasibility. So once we will understand the process, we will check the process can be automated or not. In case the process is not, or in case the process cannot be automated, we will just tell them that this is the process which cannot be automated. And after that, this is the part of the solution design. So what basically we will do over here, we will just create solution design for them. So I'll show you the solution design. What are the solution design? What is this FRS? Then only you will clearly know. Okay. let's see what is the solution design. I am going to see you this particular part. Okay, so we have checked the process is feasible, the process can be automated. So what are the things we have gone through in the meeting? So we are going to draft into the docs and we are going to share them. Okay, so what are these FRS? I'll show you. See. Okay. Okay, this is the FRS. Okay, basically this is high level mapping. So what are the different applications we are integrating together? So we have to write over here. So we are over here in this process, we are integrating three different applications together. The first one is the SAP application, the second one is the Excel application, and the third one is the Outlook application. Okay, so what basically board will do, board will open SAP application. After that, it will do it will just select the SAP environment, and after that, it will enter some code and all this thing. And finally, it will just filter some report from the SAP application, and then we are done with the SAP application, and then we will move to the Excel application. A lot of things that which we need to add into that particular report. We will add all this thing in this over here, and after that, what basically we have to do, we have to just open here Outlook, and then what are the report which we have developed with the help of the robot, we have to share it to the client. See, so this is the high level how we have to do. First of all, what board will do, just board will open this SAP application, and it has to insert the user ID and the password. Okay, once it will insert the user ID and the password, then this particular option will open. Okay, it will enter the plant code and all these things. So these are the things which is indicated by the yellow area is being filled by the robot. Okay, this thing we will do. So these are the different things. And after that, what basically we are doing over here, we are just implementing all the different requirement of the business over here. Okay, we are just creating the report, and after that we will share it to the client. So this is the incomplete FRS. So I am not able to show you the complete FRS. Okay, so this is the area. Okay, so this is the area. So once we find that the process can be automated, so we will just share the FRS over here. Okay, and then what basically we are going to do. Okay, so we will share the FRS to the client. Okay, so client will just check the FRS whether the FRS is correct or not. If in case it will not match, then again we will rework on this process, and again we will send them the look. FRS met with the requirement. If the client wants that they need some more enhancement, they will suggest us, and then we will rework on the FRS, and then again we will send it to the client. So once again they will check, and if they find that the process, the requirement, what they have suggested is fine now, then they will give the approval, then we will start the process. Okay, so we will just, so what we basically we will do, we will just start development of the process, and then after that we will just show the demonstration and all these things. So once we will get approval after doing UAT and all these things, then we will deploy the process. Okay, so this is the basic things which basically we do for the RPA. So I'll show you some of the demonstrations, some of the live projects, of a kind of live projects which I did over here in order to demonstrate. Just a minute. I will debug it and I will show it to you so that you will understand it very clearly. My screen is visible now?
Yeah, we can see.
Okay. Fine. Look. Basically what we are doing. Step into we are debugging. We are not running process in one slot, so that Look, first of all, what board will do? It will launch Flipkart.com. Okay, so we'll check over here whether it is launching Flipkart.com or not. Okay, I think it has launched Flipkart.com. See, it has launched Flipkart.com. Okay, and after that, what board will do? If in case it will be minimized, okay, it will maximize. But over here, it is in maximize mode, so board will not throw any error. Okay, and after that, what board is going to do? Board will just type over here. We are going to pass some argument with the help of robot. So look, we just type Realme 9. Okay, and then it has passed filter over here. My little bit slow. And now what is our requirement? We want all the details, means mobile name and all these things over here in one Excel sheet. See, like this. I'm going to look. So I have what I am going to do over here. So understand the scenario very well. So we have this much of the detail, and I want the mobile name, the RAM configuration, or all this configuration, warranty, and all these things. Okay, I want first 100 data. Okay, it should be right into the Excel sheet. How much time it will take?
Human would take 4 or 5 minutes for one thing.
For 5 minutes.
A human would take for one record, I'm saying.
Human will for one record. Okay.
A human can take so many minutes.
400 record, and you have to write each and everything. Means you have to write mobile name, you have to write RAM configuration, camera configuration, warranty, and all these things. Okay, in one slot I will just type over here. I have run it. You just observe how much time it will take. Okay, 100 record has passed. Data extracted successfully. We'll check. You can see over here how much time it has taken. Just now it has written all that data. Okay, now only in front of you I have deleted all this data. You can see over here it has write the mobile name, it has just extract the RAM, display, camera, and whatever the details you want. 100 records I have passed. So within a fraction of second it has taken. But you see one thing over here. I want some detail which is not present in that front page. Then let's suppose I want, okay, I just wanted price and all these things. It has to just take the price from here. Every time it has to take the price from there here only. Like this only it has to do. First it said done for this, and after that it has need to do for this, and after that it has need to do for this. Okay, so what do you think? How much time it will take? Any one of you have any idea how much time it will take? Please let me know.
By bot again, it's a fraction of a second.
Other participants can also answer because only Salman is answering.
Okay. What is my requirement? At what need to launch the Flipkart website, and it has to extract some of the data from the first page. But the thing is that all the details is not present on the front page. Like color is not there. Who is the seller is not there, and it has to extract. So how it will extract? It has to click on how time it will. 400 record. Any idea? I am just deleting this. I have this. Okay. Now I manage. Now it is working. My meeting little bit slow. That is why I just
come tomorrow.
I mean, it is taking time to launch that application, or I don't know if your screen has to.
I think my net is
Something
slow.
network problem.
Just taking notes. Hello, am I audible? Hello,
No, no, no.
hello.
No, we are getting any discrepancies. Your voice is breaking and your screen is kind of stuck.
Your voice is very
Am I
low, Hamid.
audible?
Yeah, now it's better. Now it's better, Hamid bhai.
Okay, it's better now. I am ready with it. See, just type and click extract all the data.
Audio problem.
Net connectivity is poor. That is why. Yeah, net connectivity is poor. That is.
I think some internet connection issue, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello?
Hamid, I think you have to reshare your screen. We can't see your screen. You have to
Yeah.
reshare.
It just you can't see just.
Other topics.
एक कमरे का तो गया तो हाँ पता है
Hamid bhai, are you able to connect the camera?
Yeah, just a minute.
कर देगा अरे रहता नहीं था क्या करना वो गुजराती है ना मोटा था अंकल गुजराती थे उनके रूम में 3 लोग हैं ये भी हटा देंगे बदले देते बैठ
Share हो गया screen. Hello.
Hello.
No, it has not come up.
Not shared. Okay, just
Share your screen.
ऐसे ढक के रख दो और बात बता पूरे दिन का अरे नहीं
क्या है भैया?
shared.
Yeah, it has come up. We
Arif
can
bhai,
see your screen.
share हो गया.
हाँ, Hamid bhai.
Okay.
We can see it.
I'll do one thing. I'll just show it on the beginning. Basically, what is our idea? Boat has to launch our website, which is called flipkart.com, and after that, it will just extract the data from the first page, first 100 data, and after that, it will iterate into the each data, and it will just try to get the data which is not present on the first page, like who is the seller, what is the color, and all this thing. Okay, so let's go.
ये नंबर पे कर रहा हूँ या दूसरा कुछ है? अभी 2000 कर देता हूँ, ठीक है? 500 नेक्स्ट मंथ. ये मेरा थोड़ा गरीब आदमी हो गया. ये नहीं दे दे. मासुक भाई का ही आ रहा है नंबर है? मैं करूँ? तो तुम्हारे इसमें करो. हमारा नंबर पे है ना? नहीं? हमारा फोन उधर ही. If it is not turning around, you can verbally speak and conclude, Mohammad bhai.
अबे 405 पे कनेक्ट करना. Just a minute.
Okay.
कनेक्टेड है 405 पे कनेक्ट कर. अरे यहाँ पे
अगर वो सेम है मेरे पास डॉन्गल पड़ा हुआ है.
डोंगल तो मेरे पास भी वो नहीं रहा है. अरे ये मेनू क्यों नहीं क्या वो तो वो है ऊपर दिख तो रहा है. हेलो.
We can see your screen, but your voice is still breaking.
No, it is clear to me.
Clear है अभी?
Yeah, now it's clear. Yeah, no, it's clear. Yeah.
Okay, I'm running it again. Just
पेपर ले आओ.
कल मिलते हैं शाम को.
Yeah, now it's audio. Video is also available, and I think Amit bhai, can you tell something? We need to check your voice. Yeah, it's clear now.
Okay. What has extracted data? So what basically we'll do? We'll check whether it has extracted data successfully or not. Yeah, we can check over here.
We still having issue with your voice. We are not able to hear
100
you.
of them. Actually, I have some problem with my voice, so that is why I think there is a dual problem. Okay. So you can see my screen. Hello.
Yes, it's all, visible for us.
Yeah.
Yes, we can see.
So we have extracted some of the data from that particular website, like RAM, display, camera, battery, and mobile name, and some URL. Now the next step is that what basically we want the things which is not present on the front page. Like if we will check over here in this page, we don't know who is the seller. In order to extract the seller, what basically we need to do, we have to just click over here, and then we have to just find where is the seller. So if in case we have to just get the seller name, we have to just enter into this page, and then we have to capture from here. Okay, so right now what basically how I'm doing over here, I am just trying to capture the price, okay, from this page. It does not mean that I am just only fetching the price. It does not mean I cannot fetch the seller name or the different specification. If we have all the thing which is present over here. Okay, so see over here how the bot is extracting. Okay, this is 17,999. Okay, it has extracted this. Again, this is 18,999. So I am just extracting only one field, but you don't think that we have any limitation that we can only extract one field. So it depends upon the requirement. If we want to extract one field, we can extract, or if we want to extract n number of fields, we can extract that also. So 100 of the time, okay, it will go and it will just keep on extracting all this detail. So it will take a lot of time. I think it can take 5 minutes. So basically we can check in the output panel over here. We can see the detail is being extracting one by one. So this is one kind of the automation that we can see over here. What basically the bot is doing. The bot is just launching a web application. After that, it is extracting the data from the website. And after that, let's suppose the requirement is that if we have to just calculate some calculation like 10% discount on each and every product. So we can just calculate our Excel, perform our Excel activities on this particular Excel sheet. And after that, let's suppose we have to share all this thing to our client. So we will just integrate an Outlook over here, and then we can just get mail stopping over here. So you can see output. I'm just writing output over here. So it has extracted all the details. You can see now this is the different price which is being extracted from the. Not this is just as much. In case if we want to update all this thing into the Excel sheet, we can also update this thing. So this is the one example, and the second example I'll show you. Second automation I'll show you. Just similarly, I can let you know basically how we used to get the requirement from the client. I have one requirement from the client. I'll show you how they used to give me. This is okay. This is the requirement. Just try to understand only. No need to. Okay, this is the raw data. Basically, what we have done over here. Okay, this is the data for these applications. We have integrated 4 different applications together. The first one is the chatbot. The second one is the Excel application. The third one is the Salesforce application, and the fourth one is the email application. So in order to automate this particular thing, first of all, what bot was doing, bot was just entering into the chatbot, and it is just extracting the yesterday detail. Okay, yesterday detail, and this is the detail which bot will extract from the chatbot, and it will save into a location. Let's suppose on desktop location, any directory it can save. And after that, we have to just perform. We have to do different purpose. First page will be for the Salesforce application, and the second one for the HR leads. So the client has given us like this state-wise and process to follow. What are the different processes we have? Step number 1, what bot will do? Bot will check duplicate in the raw data. Means the data which we have extracted from the chatbot, it will check the duplicacy, whether any particular board is going to remove this particular duplicate from this Excel sheet. Okay, this is the second thing is that remove the yellow mark column. So there are unnecessary 15 column which we don't want to send it to the HR, as well as don't want to upload into the Salesforce application. So this 15 column is there which board will remove. Okay, so for this we have to do some of the coding over here. Similarly, we have the what is our third requirement? Take the user query. We have one column which is called the user query over here. You can see over here we have user query. Okay, over here we will just try to find the keyword. In case we find the key jobs, vacancy, internship, resume, and all these things. So we are going to collect all those data to a separate sheet, and we are the board will just share this particular data to the HR sheet. We are not going to upload it to the Salesforce application. Okay, again we have step number. We have to rename some of the column, like company name should be renamed to company, email ID should be renamed to email, pin code should be renamed to zip postal code, and mobile number should be renamed to Y. So we can see over here this we have over here it should be renamed to company, and then email, then it will become mobile. Similarly, this is the pin code. Okay, it will become zip postal code. Okay, and after that what will we do? It will just our user query will be renamed to remarks, and after that board will just iterate and it will find if any value is there with NA, it should be removed with the into value. We can see over here. In case we have email over here, if we find the value is over here, if board will find the value is NA, it will automatically erase this NA value. Okay, with the empty value. Okay, there should not be any value, there will be empty value in the email. We have three different value over here, three different NA values, not every value. There, those who has posted his query has not inserted his email ID, so it should be means it will be the empty value. There should not be any value over here. And after that, board is going to add one more columns just beside the mobile number, which is called the phone number. Just beside mobile number, board will add a new column which is called the mobile number, and the same data which is present over here will be entered into the phone column. Okay, and after that we have to add some new columns, like we have to add geographical zone, country, lead owner, lead status, lead record type, and where did you hear about this. And this is the default value which should be inserted over here. Okay, so just beside in this sheet only we are going to insert 5 more columns, like country, lead sort, lead status, and all these things. Okay, with the default value. And after that, what are the things over here? On the basis of mobile number, it has to remove the duplicacy. Let's suppose I am the user. I have posted my query 3 times, 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 3 o'clock, 3 times. So what will be there? We will check the mobile number. If the mobile number will be same, so board will just going to remove that duplicate query. It will only keep the first query, and it will just remove the 2 query which I did later. So it will be like this one. So the final output will be like this only. You can observe how first name is there, last name there, company is there, email ID was there, it has become email only, phone number was there. So board has just make it, and board has added one more column which is called the phone just beside the mobile number, and we can see over here the same data is copied which is present in the mobile number, and city was not there, state just beside a state we have added geographical zone, and based upon the requirement, let's suppose it is Kerala, so automatically board will fit over here south and all this thing. Okay, and then it has added pin code, has renamed to zip postal code, and remarks. These are the default column which we have added. Okay, so once we have done with these 2 sheets, so board will open this Salesforce application and it will just upload this to the Salesforce application. So like this, we have to work with the Excel application. And after that, I'll show you one more small automation. So this we get from one of our client. Okay. So basically, I'll show you one small automation which I do. Okay, let's see what is this. My screen is visible now. Hello.
Yes, I mean, we can see your screen.
Okay, see what basically we are just logging EPFO website. My net is little bit slow, so that is why it is giving trouble to me. Okay. So it is launching EPFO website. Okay. So we can see over here browser type we have to launch. Either we have to launch by using Chrome, Edge, Internet Explorer, and all these things. And we are using only one activity in order to launch the website, which is called the open browser. And here we have to pass the URL. So based upon this argument, bot will launch the URL. We can see over here, it has launched this. And after that, what basically bot need to do, bot has to insert the UN number and the password. So how we can see? Okay, in case it is maximized, it will not take any action. In case it will be the minimized, then only it will take the action. Okay, it has, you make the it has means it has just insert the UNID, and after that what it will do, it will just insert the password. Okay, it has insert the password, and after that, okay, in case we are not able to give the 100% automation, then we will propose the unattended automation. Means the thing where some human input is required. In case of the captcha is there or some checkbox is required, then this cannot be automated. So for that part, we have to use the manual input, like what I am using. This is 36 plus 1, 37. So I have passed an input dialog box over here. So what basically I have to do, I have to just I can just pass over here 37, okay, and it will go, and this 37 will be typed to this box. Look, 37, okay, and after that, it will click on login button. Okay. System is down for maintenance. Okay. As of now, this website is down. So what basically was my idea, I'll let you know. So I will log in into the EPFO website, and after that, I will just select one of my UN number, and after that, I will download the file. Okay, and then the system is means the particular portal is down. That is why we are not able to perform our automation over here. Okay, we will download the file, and after that, the download, we will just move the file from the downloaded section to this section, to this location, process file. Okay, and after that, once it will reach over here, we will just attach this file into the email, and then we will just share it to the concerned person, and after that, bot is going to delete that record. So this was the purpose of the automation. Unfortunately, this it is done for the maintenance, so we are not able to perform this automation. So this is what we could do with the automation. So if anyone have any kind of the question, please let me know so that I could answer it.
Hamid, I have one question.
Please.
Okay, so I found your UiPath quite interesting and useful for me because I do have similar type of work, like I need to get details from the website. So is that tool is open source free, like we are using Selenium, or is it a cost?
No, it is freeware also at it, and if you want to run, you can take the license also. But most of the company is running community version. We have two version over here. One is the community version, which currently I'm using. So this also we can use. Okay. Otherwise, we can take the license, so that in order to run our application.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Anyone have any other question?
Yeah, I mean, this is Salman. So Your session was really good. So as I saw that like here the consultancy also, I mean, related to consultancy also will be discussed. So whom should we contact regarding that?
So
Do
I
you
think
have any idea?
Arif is the Arif. You can talk with Arif. So he's the person. Arif,
Okay.
are you there? Okay. Anyone? Any other question? Please feel free to ask. This is very easy tools. Okay. I am done with fever and cold, so I am not able to give my 100% best. So otherwise, it's okay. So if you want to learn, this is very easy technology we can learn, and we have a lot of opportunity in UiPath.
Okay, Hamid,
Hamid,
one more question.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the last project, you said that there is one captcha. So is there any feasibility in RPA we can skip that captcha, or we can input the values automatically rather than doing this manually? Because if
No.
these are doing manually, then it's not a process for automation.
Yeah, the thing is that for this kind of the process, we can suggest that we are able to give you 95% of the automation. So you need only one resource. So we can just reduce our process. Let's suppose for that particular thing only, for that capture only, we need someone to be there. So this is the kind of the attended automation. Or you need to, if you want 100% of the automation, so you have to do some of the enhancement in your application.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Hamid, I can see Arif has joined the meeting. So Arif, just now Hamid was saying that regarding consultancy, we should contact you. So will you be dropping your number so that I can contact you later, or will you be
Sure, on
able
the
to?
chat box, I will be dropping my number.
Yeah, sure.
Anyone, any other question you have?
Sir, here, Sheikh Abdul Wahid here.
Yeah.
Sir, as you said that programming language is important here, but
No,
can you
not needed. Even
not
I
needed,
don't know, not needed. If you
not
don't know
needed?
the, no need, not needed.
Okay. So if I want, then
Basic
is there any
logic we
particular
need. That
programming language which
come
is
again.
required
Sorry.
here, if as a basic?
No, not needed. And if you have programming knowledge, then it's good for you. Okay. If in case if you don't know programming language, first you can learn UiPath and later you can decide which programming language you want with the skill up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've seen the job market
for all the
about
participants, I
this
have dropped
RPA.
my
Sorry,
mobile number, and my email ID.
So there are
Sure.
limited requirements
So can you
based on the
repeat,
tools.
please?
See, if you want to go into RPA, there are so many
Hello?
tools. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
So what I wanted to know is like there are different tools like Blue Prism, UiPath, and many other tools as you have mentioned.
Okay.
So once you want to get into this, like how many tools we need to know? Like one tool, we have very limited number of requirements based on the market.
No, this is not the case. Means I am working from last year in UiPath only. One tool is more than. If you have more knowledge of more than one tool, that is a plus point for you. But you can go with one tool only, and either you can go with UiPath also. So this tool is very easy. Before this, I was working on Blueprint. So Blueprint was a kind of hacking. Little bit of hacking is that, but not too much. So I think one tool is more than enough. You have a lot of opportunity in UiPath.
Okay. And what kind of packages they are offering?
For 3 years, I think you can expect 1950 for 3 years of experience. And for
Sorry,
2
can you
years,
repeat?
for 2 years, you can expect 12 to 13, obviously. And for 3 years, 19 to 22.
And how much time we can gain? I mean, how much time we need to gain expertise on this tool? Like how much time would be required?
You need to give 45 days. And based upon 45 days is more than enough. and class duration will be at least 1 hour a day, and you need to give 45 days at least. It can be exceeded, but not less than.
Hamid, I have one more question.
Yes.
Okay, so this tool provides us.
So any other questions any participant have, you can raise it.
Okay, can I ask?
Yeah.
Okay, so this tool provides the facility to use UI functionality, like the drop and down functionality. But if we want to do some customizations and we wanted to do some programming, so is that possible?
Obviously possible. We can write our own code also. If you know coding, okay, if you know link query, if you are good in .NET, then then you can use the query and all this thing. Earlier, when I was having 1.5 year of experience, so we used to automate SAP and Excel too much. So I was using traditional code activities or traditional UiPath activity. No, I am I am good with the link query and all these things. So directly I'm using query in order so that I need not use to lots of the traditional activity. But all this thing which you want is present under the UiPath. If you do not want to use any coding, then also you can use.
Yeah, I would like to put more information over here. Sorry for interruption. So yeah, in the project that I'm working, I mean, the answer is for the question who asked, like, if you can use some scripting also. Yeah, we can do. So like, if you are aware of a scripting called a VB script, so which is mostly used for Excel automation. Yeah, so we can make use of that. And like, if you have something related to API automation, which Python will offer, so we can make use of Python scripts as well.
Yes, we can use VB, we can use macros, we can use API key. So one of the process I was working in my previous organization. So basically what we have to do, we have to just it a Taiyang news, one article is there which is going to publish in China. So 5 tab was there. So we have to extract the data from that particular tab by use, and after that 1 tab was there which is used to publish in the Chinese language. For that we use the API key in order to convert this Chinese language to the English language. And then it was like some part of the RPA as well as some part of the AIML. So we used to fetch some of the data from the article, and after that, once we are done, we used to mail it to the AIML. So for that we were using scripting, little bit of scripting also. And you can also use VBA script if you are good while doing the digital automation and all this thing.
And Arif, if you don't, sorry, not Arif, Hamid, like, can I get your number?
You can have Arif number. And
okay, yeah, I'll contact him. Yeah.
Anyone have any other question? Or
I have Hamza. I have shared you my number and mail ID. You can coordinate with me.
Okay, Arif, I think we are done with the.
Yes, we are done. So
queries and all this thing.
Thank you, guys. Any other questions? You can reach out to me. We'll try to answer your questions.
Sure. Okay. It was really a great session.
Thank you, Hamid bhai.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Take care, Hamid bhai. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.